Good morning, good afternoon. Okay, let's start the Weddings and Romance webinar today. It's certainly the in thing, lots of people getting married and wanting lots of weddings abroad. So I'm going to introduce everybody to you. So we've got Anna. Anna, tell us who you are, where you're from, if you do need an introduction, which I don't think you do.
Hi, I'm Anna Wells. I'm Sales and Marketing Director at Blue Waters Resort and Spa in Antigua.
Super, thank you, Anna. And what's your price today?
It's £50 or $60.
Super duper. So everybody needs to listen carefully to what Anna's saying during her presentations. We've also got Laura. Laura, hello, welcome.
Hi everyone. So my name's Laura. I'm account manager here representing the Mauritius Tourism Promotion Authority based in the UK. And today our prize is a bottle of Mauritian rum.
And I've had a look at it and it's a very nice bottle of rum. So listen carefully. And we've also got Karen. Karen, hello.
Hello, hi everyone. Welcome. I'm Karen from the tourism department. I'm actually based in Seychelles at the moment. So very happy to be here with you to tell you about my islands and all the different wedding possibilities. So our prize today, we've got a goodie bag with a beach bag, a sarong, everything that you need for your next trip to the Seychelles.
Brilliant. Thank you. Sounds perfect. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Laura. She's going to transport us to Mauritius. Looking forward to your presentation, Laura.
Thank you. So let me just share my screen. What happened?
While we're waiting for Laura, who's had a lot of weddings and honeymoon inquiries, put your hand up. It's in the it was a raise your hand option. Wow, lots of you. Super duper.
Sorry, bear with me a minute.
Brilliant.
There we go. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Right, so again, hi everyone. So yes, I represent the Mauritian Tourism Promotion Authority here in the UK. So today I'll just be giving you a quick whistle-stop tour of Mauritius as a wedding and honeymoon destination. It's only right to start with what everyone's talking about, and that's the protocols. So Mauritius have recently relaxed the travel restrictions to Mauritius, so it's now so easy to travel. And this slideshow just gives you just a brief update about what you need for the type of travellers that visit Mauritius. So if you're vaccinated and you're staying in a hotel, it's super easy. All you need is a day 0 antigen test on arrival at the hotel. Sometimes it's included in hotel policy, sometimes you might have to pay, so it's always just good to double check. The all-in-one form and the COVID-19 insurance used to be mandatory, but now we've relaxed this and it's now recommended. If you're vaccinated and you're staying in other accommodation, this could be a B&B, this could be any other type of accommodation, that there might be B&Bs, your home, bungalows, guest houses, etc. You have a free PCR test on arrival at the airport, and then again that all-in-one form and COVID-19 insurance, which is recommended but not mandatory any longer. And then if you're unvaccinated, you can still travel to Mauritius. You do just need a test at the airport. You need to self-isolate for 7 days, and then again you've got that all-in-one form and COVID-19 insurance, which is now recommended and not mandatory. If you do need any more details, feel free to take a look at our website. It's mauritiusnow.com. We've got a really helpful PDF document on there and a really helpful FAQ page as well, so if you've got any questions. Also, just to mention, for children, we do get often we do get asked often if what are the rules for them. So basically, if they travel to Mauritius and they're traveling with vaccinated parents, then they can follow the rules of being vaccinated. If they're traveling with any parents that aren't vaccinated, then unfortunately they must follow the unvaccinated rules. So coming on to what you all want to know, Mauritius is the perfect destination for any romantic getaway, with its picturesque beaches, and many of our hotels appeal to romance and stunning sceneries for unforgettable experiences. So with our amazing range of hotels and stunning landscapes, Mauritius is actually the Indian Ocean's leading wedding destination for 2021 and for the last few years as well, 2020, 2019, 2017, 2012, and that's awarded by World Travel Awards. And we'll go into what makes Mauritius so incredible. So to begin with, the most unique selling point in Mauritius has to be that couples can get married anywhere on the island. So whether this is a cliff top at Grigri with, you know, beautiful backdrop of the Sharamel Falls, or a tailor-made reception at colonial plantation houses. This could be a wedding gazebo in the botanical gardens, or, you know, a torchlight by Casella. You know, there is something for every couple. Many couples can also choose to get married within the hotel grounds. But in the past, many weddings have included, you know, private beach or on the jetty or even underwater. The possibilities are simply endless. So having a range of different styles on the hotel, different style hotels on the island as well, you can cater to different weddings, which is also a massive bonus for Mauritius as well. So you can have a Bohemian style wedding on a deserted islet at Shangri-La's Tosaruk, or a rustic wedding at Zilwa Attitude, or on Grand Zil, the island there. You can even have a 5-star wedding at Lux Resorts, Ile du Coco's private island. So the hotels and the DMCs in Mauritius are also fantastic at organising weddings. For many hotels such as Shanti Maurice and Beachcomber, they will provide a wedding planner that is dedicated to guest pick day, along with packages that include amenities such as wedding cakes, flowers, floral arches that guests are able to choose, and they can have these personalised as well if they'd like to. Hotels can also ensure that there was only one wedding, which is guaranteed to be on that day, which makes couples feel more special, because there won't be several in the same day. For renewals or vows, some hotels such as the Oberoi need as little as just 48 hours to hold a ceremony, and some packages include photographers, hair and makeup for the bride, along with flowers and decorations to make any anniversary feel special. Mauritius, also known as the Masters of Surprise, as bespoke marriage proposals are a speciality. So just one example includes a couple feeding a giraffe with the ring box hidden in the food. So arranging a wedding in Mauritius for the UK market couldn't be any easier either, as English is widely spoken in Mauritius along with French and Creole. So to run through what's required of civil weddings and religious weddings, I've listed these above here, and all this information is available on our website, mymauritius.travel. It's important to say as well that all weddings, provided you follow the requirements, will make all weddings legal, as I know in some countries you can only receive a blessing, which is another unique selling point of Mauritius. As you can see above, there are a few different requirements for either a civil wedding or religious wedding, so that's just worth bearing in mind. Religious wedding ceremonies, for example, can only take place between Monday and Friday, and they can't take place on public holidays. Couples will also need to be on the island for 3 working days prior to the ceremony, and this is different to other countries where I know sometimes it can be longer, and also important to note that hotels require a minimum stay of 7 nights. So just moving on to honeymoons. A Mauritian honeymoon marks a unique beginning to wedded life, and Mauritius want to make any honeymoon truly unforgettable. What's interesting is that over 25% of hotel guests in Mauritius are either celebrating a honeymoon or landmark anniversary on a daily basis. Much like our weddings, our hotels go above and beyond to make honeymoons and anniversaries as special as possible. So just to get a flavour of what some guests can experience with the Oberoi, for example, you'll be met on arrival by the general or senior manager. You'll be wished a pleasant holiday. When guests reach their room, they'll see a bottle of complimentary chilled wine awaiting for them with a card from the general manager. Then they'll see a complimentary heart-shaped bowl of rose petal macaroons waiting for them on their coffee table with, you know, perhaps a nice little note. We also have a palm leaf which will say congratulations, maybe a complimentary t-shirt or something designed by the hotel. And then the night before they leave, the Oberoi will organise a complimentary special rose petal honeymoon turn down in their sunken bath as well, which is just lovely. The same night they'll also be presented with bedside honeymoon slippers in a pair, each just saying just, and the other one saying married or honey and moon. Many of these things will just go above you know, what the hotel can offer, but the Oberoi and the managers will, you know, have said it's really important that the honeymoon guests carry back fond memories, and this is a great example of how Mauritius has become the leading wedding destination in the Indian Ocean. So it's just those smaller touches and going above and beyond. Anniversary couples would also receive similar treatment on arrival during their stay. The slippers would say something different, maybe still and together or soul and mate. If the wedding anniversary is during the stay or with a couple of months prior or after, the guest will have a signature chocolate cake and a congratulations card either on arrival or the night before. And again, all this will vary with hotels, but it just gives you an example. Some hotels will also offer discounts from 15% of their rooms and suites for honeymooning couples, with other extras available to be added, including free spa or beauty treatments, fruit baskets, excursions, champagnes, private candlelit dinners for two on the beach as well. Generally, our hotels see that hotel villas are more popular with honeymooners and wedding parties, and that's understandable. Some of our very luxury market as well provide villas with a 24-hour room service and amazing facilities such as private plunge pools and beaches, and even access to a barbecue on the beach. So while I've spoken about some activities couples can do, whether it's their wedding or they're on their honeymoon, I did also just want to touch on some more bespoke activities which aren't just for those celebrating, but any couple who is looking at romantic activities to do. We've generally touched on these I've mentioned these on a few different webinars, but just to give you a few ideas, there's some really great unique selling points. Of course, many romantic couples are looking for a getaway, whether that be a honeymoon, a baby moon, a mini moon, but it can be anything. But many of our hotels recognise that couples are after an adult-only accommodation, which is perhaps a bit more discreet or perhaps a calmer environment. Mauritius do this really well, and many of our hotels cater for adult-only as well as for the luxury market. Speaking more generally for couples, several activities can be made bespoke with selected hotels to include those personal touches with private outdoor cinemas, spa treatments for two, and a cosy dinner in a sand bunker. Romantic couples may also be interested in a walk for two around the forest and the reserves. Other couples might see exclusive cruises on a catamaran high on their agenda, along with dolphin watch outings and horseback riding in the sunset. Any adventurous couples may enjoy the double zip lines, the skydiving, an exclusive helicopter ride to discover the stunning landscapes of Mauritius from above. Scuba diving is also very popular, whether for beginner courses or for couples who just want to explore, discover the amazing marine sites around the island. So there is the opportunity for couples with a higher budget to take a day trip on their very own island as well, which is a luxury experience like no other. From here, guests can dive underwater to see marine life and enjoy a barbecue with fresh seafood before enjoying rum and cocktails under the phileo trees. So that was very quick, but that wraps it up for me. That's a short insight there into, some things that Mauritius can offer for honeymoons, weddings, and couples. Hope it was useful. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to put them in the Dropbox and I can help. But also my email address is on there as well. And on myhapo.com, if you're not already on that, we do also have lots of other webinars, which you're more than welcome to go on there and you can access whenever you like. Whew, that was it from me. I was just stop sharing my screen. Okay.
Thank you, Laura. No, it's great. I mean, Mauritius weddings was what I first started doing. That was kind of my love affair with Mauritius. And we've had a little comment in here from, where are we, Lydia. Honeymoon requests all the time, but I haven't mastered the art of selling weddings. The contracted groups are intimidating to clients. It's one hurdle I haven't been able to overcome in 7 years of having a storefront. And the way I always got around that was I broke it down and I kind of focused on what the bride and groom wanted and who were the key people that would be going. Because a lot of times you have the prices and people say, yeah, we're going to come to your wedding. But in effect, you maybe have like 10%, 20% maximum of those people. So I think it's always focusing on what the bride and groom wants. And Mauritius is super for weddings, Seychelles also. And of course, Anna will tell you all about blue waters soon. But yeah, just don't be scared of them. They're big bookings. And I normally find if you tell the guest to contact you separately and you'll book everything as a separate rather than going through a group, that might make it easier for you. So anyway, thank you very much. And thank you, Laura. We're going to move now to the neighbouring island, a couple of hours flight away. We've got the Seychelles. Karen, over to you.
Yes, thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. So today I will talk a little bit about the Seychelles. I will start with a quick overview of the islands to show you what we have, what we can offer, and then at the same time show you a little bit about the wedding possibilities, and also move through that. So let me share my screen. So just go back to the beginning. Okay, perfect. So Seychelles, as my colleague Laura has mentioned, the islands of the Indian Ocean are perfect as a wedding and honeymoon destination, and Seychelles as well. I have to say that Seychelles still being an exclusive destination, so I would say uncommercialized, not overdevelopment. It is that kind of perfect secret little getaway for the couple who obviously wants to get married and then stay for the honeymoon. You have some of the most stunning beaches in the world. And again, these deserted beaches are some of the best locations you can find. No facilities, no umbrellas, no beach beds, just turquoise waters and really soft sandy beaches. So you have a lot to choose from. We do have many islands in the Seychelles, so a wedding doesn't have to be on the main island of Mahe. You have Praia, you have Ladi, you have the island resorts. So many unspoiled, authentic islands that you can organize this really, really special day. Again, it doesn't have to be overpriced, or it can be affordable. But again, you have that exclusivity aspect. And something you will see as I go along, there is such diversity in the Seychelles. So for those coming for the honeymoon and wedding, it doesn't have to be just, relax, suntanning all day. There's so much more to do while you are there for your honeymoon. The forest and nature reserve, I always find these are some of the best locations. These untouched legendary forests. We have a UNESCO site, which I'll show you. And again, completely exclusive and protected areas. So again, the Seychelles, when you arrive on the main island of Mahe. You can move around, even coming down for a wedding and honeymoon. You should stay maximum 10 to 11 nights. Do your wedding on Mahe, then move around to Praia and Ladi, and do the honeymoon on one of those islands or on one of our exclusive island resorts. You've got the likes of Silhouette, North Island, Dennis Island, and as you move further out into the outer islands, there you are really getting away from everything. So if you start off of Mahe, for example, you've got so many resorts along the coast and interior as well that you can choose. And of course, we always encourage people coming down to the Seychelles, even for wedding, to get out and explore, come down, visit the market, buy souvenirs and local spices, go to the botanical garden, go to the craft villages. So really explore and feel the authentic culture of the Seychelles. We never ask people to just stay in the resort, because Seychelles is very much a living island, and there's so much to see and do while you're there. Breathtaking beaches, like I said. You can pitch up an ark, put a little table, and have one of the best wedding ceremonies you will ever hope for. So really, really stunning beaches. The forest as well, I've got some photos I'll show you later. A stunning waterfalls and a really dense, lush vegetation all year round. So again, perfect activities while you're here for the honeymoon, canoeing in the marshes. So lots to do while you're on the island. From Mahe, you hop down to Praia, which is the second largest island in the Seychelles. And when you're on Praia, you can't miss our UNESCO site, the Vallée de Mai. Again, it's a perfect location for weddings. It is one of those really unique places where you have really tall trees and you feel like a tiny little person in this dense rainforest. It's home to our very famous coco de mer, what we call the love nut. So again, that fits really well with the wedding theme, the famous love nuts. And of course, you've got the nature, the endemic palms, the birds. So you're really surrounded by nature on your special day. Again, on the island, you've got some popular beaches like Anse-les-Yeux. These would be a little bit more popular with more people, but you have really small secluded ones, which is perfect for that wedding ceremony. While you're on the island on your honeymoon, hop out, go on excursions. If you love birds, we've got islands dedicated for birds, island dedicated for tortoises, and of course some snorkeling. You've got some really good excursions that you can go out and visit these beautiful islands as day trips as well. Or why not have a wedding ceremony on one of the catamarans right in front of these little rock islands? I think would be the perfect location. Then we go down to Ladigue. I would say Ladigue is actually a very popular wedding destination, and that is because of its beaches. I always say, when it comes to beaches, Ladigue takes the cake. You still have some of the most pristine beaches in the world. And I think it's really due to the granitic formations. Ladigue is very different from the other islands. That's why we always encourage people to actually go there while they're in the Seychelles. Otherwise, you really miss out. It's very laid back. It's very authentic. It almost feels like you've gone back in time. So a wedding when I did, I think it's just a perfect location. We do have a lot of nowadays, actually, a lot of wedding planners, local wedding planners, and people who would, put together this perfect little ceremony. And these are some of the beaches that I'm talking about. For example, Antigua would be the most famous because people love that granitic formations. I've seen shots of people standing on top of the rocks or, just on the beach, but the rock formations are stunning. So you were really spot for choice on Maldives. The other Coraline Islands, for example, Bird and Dennis, are also ideal. And again, very easily accessible, 30 to 40 minutes flight from Mahe. And again, there it's very much about the nature, conservation, sustainability. For example, Dennis has a beautiful little chapel on the island, and it's perfect for weddings, small groups, families. You can choose your location on the island. You can even do it on the farm. They have a small little farm, or on the boats, like I said, on the catamaran. But snorkeling, diving, fishing are all the extra activities that you can do while on Dennis or on Bird. We have a very special guest on the island of Bird Island, is our famous tortoise, Esmeralda. So he's actually one of the oldest giant tortoises in the world. He's nearly 200 years old. So he lives on Bird Island, and he could be your wedding guest if ever you get married on Bird Island. The outer islands are a little further away, about 1 hour flight. But of course, we have so many people going all the way there as well for their special wedding or honeymoon. We call it the sort of Robinson Crusoe experience because it's so remote. It's in the middle of nowhere. And again, it's just that perfect island getaway. Perfect for honeymoons. Let's say you get married in Mahe, and then you take a 1 hour flight down to De Roche or Dennis. De Roche has a Four Seasons resort, which is a perfect honeymoon destination. And again, the snorkeling, the diving, the sustainability and environmental activities that you can get up to there is pretty endless. So you can come to Seychelles all year round. We are an all year round destination, so weddings all year. Minimum temperature 26, maximum temperature 32. So you have the whole year to choose from. We're outside of the cyclone belt as well. However, if you are looking for the best months for these weddings, then I would say March, April, May, September, October, November is the best of the best. December to about mid-February, you do get a bit more tropical rain showers, but again, it doesn't stop you from going out to do activities. You're not going to be completely poured down on your special wedding day. So, and location-wise, again, everywhere is just incredible. The nature, which I mentioned earlier, you can't talk about the islands and not talk about all our beautiful flora and fauna, about 1,000 species of endemic flora and fauna in the Seychelles. So there is much more to discover in terms of our little animals, the green geckos, the little frogs. When you go out snorkeling and diving, you've got the sea turtles. And if you're very lucky, again, they can be a guest at the wedding. They usually come on the beach to lay their eggs, and they do that during the day. So your clients might be lucky and get to see them as well. The flora and fauna is also incredible as it's all year round, green and quite lush. In terms of activities, obviously you're here to relax and have this amazing ceremony, but there's a lot to do while you are here. For example, I mentioned earlier sailing and cruising. This again could be a great option for wedding ceremonies. You go out either at the sunset or some, with a beautiful backdrop and have the ceremony out there on these yachts and catamaran. Or after your wedding, you can go out on, let's say, a 4 or 5 nights cruise as a honeymoon. So I think that's a perfect option. And they go around the islands and visit different islands on one trip, and you do activities all along the way. Snorkeling from the beaches, from your resort, from the catamarans, and it's very easy just from the beach on your own. So you've got amazing snorkeling spots as well over the island. So these are things we can do. Diving as well, for those who want a bit of diving while they're here on their honeymoon. Some great diving spots all over the islands, but I would say the outer islands are still some of the best, and you've got the dive centers that will take you out to the best spots as well. Water temperature is about 28 degrees, so it's perfect. And again, March, April, and September, October, November is the best time for that. Some great marine life to discover as well. Fishing is popular. I know during the honeymoon, you don't want the husbands to go out fishing, but that's something that they can do, especially out on the outer islands, 1 or 2 days fishing trip. Golf, we've got a golf course on Praia. It's the only golf in the Seychelles, and we have a fantastic resort, and I will show you a picture later. It is a perfect wedding location, as it's between the golf course and a secluded little beach. So it is an ideal, and that's the Constance Lemuria Resort on Praia. While you're here, why not try out some of the hiking trails and excursions up into the mountains with a guide, some relaxed ones. And for example, Silhouette, which has the Hilton Le Brise, they have great programs either for honeymooners or families or any guest. And that is a good trekking of 3 hours to the remote beaches of the island. So some excellent walks and trails all over. Again, you're in the Seychelles. I have to say, you have to, immerse in the local culture, go to the craft village, see how they used to create, they used to make things in the past, and also learn how to do some craft yourself and bring home a little souvenir as well. So you can, get your hands dirty and try out some different things. Why not, do a proposal? Why skydiving in the Seychelles? That could be a nice, new thing to do. So you can do skydiving on the island of Praia as well. Free diving as well. That's something new we introduced this year. Biking, as I mentioned, on La Digue, since that's a very rustic way of life. Biking is the only way to move around, and even the locals and tourists, that's the only way to get about. So it is quite a good activity. Zip lining as well. So lots to do. Wellness and spa. Most of the resorts have these fantastic spas, and also they are quite amazing locations for as a wedding setting as well. So when it comes to wedding, actually, Seychelles has always been known as the islands of love. It is perfect for that wedding escape. Like I said, the exclusivity makes it that once in a lifetime experience. So in terms, like I said, you can do it all year round. You have all these beautiful romantic resorts that are perfect for couples. Most resorts in the Seychelles accept families and kids. We only have one adult-only resort, which some people might consider. So the settings and location are just perfect. You can have, obviously, the combination of the wedding and honeymoon, and it is a civil wedding. So you do have to have the civil wedding. And then, of course, if you want, you can have a religious ceremony. We have churches on the island. We've got temples. We've got mosque. So whatever your faith is, you can also organize a religious ceremony. Again, very important, the weddings in the Seychelles, they are legal. So once you get married, you get your certificate. It is recognized internationally in the UK, in Europe. So it is a legal wedding. But of course, you can have blessings and ceremonies as well. So in terms of the procedures, they're quite easy. These are the documents that you need: the passport, divorce papers if needed, birth certificate, your length of stay. Obviously, that's when you get it, when you arrive, in your stamp. And everything needs to be sent to the civil status office, which is where the wedding is organized. So all of these basically have to be sent at least minimum 2 months in advance. So either if you're doing that with the resort or with the DMC or with your operator, all of these documents need to be sent 2 months in advance. And usually they advise the wedding 11 days before. So that's when they will be able to tell you exactly when the date of you can advise them the date of the wedding. And you only have to be in the Seychelles 2 days prior to the ceremony. So that makes it easy. You can come down, start setting, organizing, making sure everything is done, and then have the wedding. And these are just some pictures of these amazing locations. Like I said, throughout the pandemic, we've seen the local people. They've done a lot in terms of, being more innovative with their wedding organization, the flowers, the setup. So, you really spot for choice now when organizing these weddings. Once everything is done, once you've had your ceremony, you can move to the religious wedding if you wish. And the one important thing as well, once this is done, you get your certificate. There's a special stamp that you need from the civil status, and then you get your certificate and everything is legalized. And of course, with the wedding party, you can be small groups up to 100 people. You've got hotels that have all the conference facilities if you want these big banquet weddings or these tiny small beach weddings. And just to show you a typical wedding package, will include the civil and civil ceremony and wedding certificate, your welcome drink, your flowers, your cake, your bottle of champagne. And the resorts do quite a lot. For example, they would organize some dinner under the stars. They would organize the manicure, pedicure for the bride, the couples massage, the in-villa champagne breakfast, the photographer, which, that's quite important. So these packages can be tailor-made to your clients. And each and every resort, will have maybe something specific, dinner up on the helipad, little dinner on the gazebos. So really, it's endless in terms of what you can do and what you can organize. This is the picture that I wanted to show you up on the rocks, this location. That's at the Constance Lumiria, where we have the golf course. There's this little stunning beach. In the Vallée de Mai, why not? It is a stunning rainforest. I think, we don't have just the beaches, the nature is spectacular as well. On top of the rocks, this is the Grantas on La Digue. Like I mentioned, La Digue is so popular because of these iconic. I'm not sure how they got up there on the rock, but I'm sure it's possible in the wedding gown. But the picture speaks for itself. And again, just to finish off, the reasons why Seychelles is quite unique and different, I would say, and why is it a perfect honeymoon destination? The flora and fauna, the climate, the diversity when you're on the island, for your honeymoon, for your wedding, and of course the exclusivity. The people are very friendly. For example, I mentioned the local wedding planners. They would absolutely everything to make sure it's a perfect day, from running around and getting your flowers and your cake and all your little bits and pieces. And it is a very safe destination. So, you can have your wedding anywhere, no dangerous plants, animals. So if you go and do it in the forest, you don't have to worry, no dangerous plants or animals to scare you, and no tropical diseases as well. So no vaccinations to come in. It is what we say, the Seychelles is another world, because it is quite unique and quite different. And we've always been known as a wedding and honeymoon destination, but I would say it's for everyone. And finally, I would just mention Seychelles is open. You don't need a PCR as long as you're fully vaccinated, and that includes your primary dose and your booster. So if you've got all 3 doses, you can come in, no problem. So I hope you got a good overview of the islands. We do have an online training if ever you want to go and learn a little bit about the islands and do your little module, and you get a small certificate. So you have you've got a little certificate to show your client. So thank you very much, and we'll speak later if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karen. Yeah, can you imagine trying to get up onto those rocks in your wedding dress? That would be quite interesting.
Right?
No, the photos are awesome. Really beautiful. So yeah, thank you for that great presentation. Very thorough there. So, okay, so we're now leaving the Seychelles. We're leaving the Indian Ocean, and we're popping across to Antigua. Anna, over to you.
Hi everyone. So yes, we've swapped over to the other side of the world, to the Caribbean, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about Blue Waters Resort and Spa in Antigua. So firstly, I'll talk a little bit about the protocols. So they have recently changed. It is now one single PCR test within 3 days of arrival for those that aren't vaccinated. So you can now enter the island if you aren't vaccinated, and that for those that are vaccinated, they no longer require a test to enter the island. So it's only unvaccinated, aged 18 and over, and unvaccinated minors that will require a test prior to arrival. So we are set in 17 acres of lush tropical gardens, absolutely stunning beachfront resort. And as it's so spacious, you never feel like the resort is full, even when the resort is full. So we have 7 ocean view swimming pools and also an adults only pool, which you can see at the top here. So we also have our double day beds, so perfect for honeymoon couples wanting to get away from it all up there. Beautiful ocean views at all of our swimming pools there as well. We have 3 stunning beach coves as well, all white sandy beach, shallow waters there. So it's all premium accommodation at Blue Waters. So it leads in with our deluxe beachfront rooms here. So we have 48 deluxe beachfront rooms. They've all got stunning ocean views. It steps down to the beach. And some of these rooms do interconnect. So for those that are traveling in a wedding party that might be traveling with children as well, it's great for those that want to have the separate sleeping space there as well. And they were all refurbished back in 2018. So then we have the stunning cove suites. They're romantic, they're spacious, they're set away from the main resort, just a 5-minute short stroll to the main resort. And they're 750 square foot. So they really are the ultimate in luxury, perfect for honeymoon couples and also perfect for wedding parties, because we have 4 cove villas and each cove villa has got 6 cove suites and a penthouse at the top. So often where we get lots of different couples coming or families coming for a wedding, they might take an entire cove villa and then they can have the cove pool for themselves. We also then have the stunning 3-bedroom cove penthouses at the top of each cove villa. These will sleep up to 10, so perfect for larger wedding parties, but also multi-generational families coming. We've got the private dining space available on the balcony there, overlooking the ocean. So we have a kitchen facility in those suites as well. All 3 bedrooms are en suite in the cove penthouses. The great thing about our cove penthouses and our villas, they also do come with VIP arrival at Antigua Airport, so they'll whisk you through the fast track, and then also return private transfers to the resort. We have the stunning villa collection as well at Blue Waters. So we really do have a great variety of accommodations from our deluxe beachfront rooms right the way up to our multi-bedroom villas. So here you can see the Turtle Cottage. So it's a 4-bedroom villa with a private pool, private beach access. It also comes with our villa concierge manager, Nicole. It's all very much open plan, living space downstairs, 4,500 square feet. So it's perfect for that wedding party coming to stay with us. It will sleep up to 12 guests in the Turtle Cottage. We then have the Pelican House, which is either a 3-bedroom or a 6-bedroom villa. The 6-bedroom villa will have exclusive use of the pool, and that will take up to 18 guests in the 6-bedroom Pelican House. All of our villas have got dining available in them, so we can arrange for a private chef within the villas as well. And then our ultimate villa is the Rock Cottage, set on its own private headland there. It's a 5-bedroom villa. It will take up to 10 guests. It's got its own private pool and an additional private plunge pool at the front. You've got access to this semi-private beach to the left. It's got its own jetty. It's got its own commercial kitchen, so we can arrange for a private chef there as well. And the very unique thing about Rock Cottage is we can actually hold a wedding at there. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. So we've actually changed all of our dining since we reopened after COVID, and we have enhanced our dining experience. So it's now a fully a la carte dining resort. So this is the Palm restaurant you can see here overlooking the water there. It's open for breakfast, lunch and dinner daily. We also have kids menus within our Palm restaurant there as well. And it's all part of the all-inclusive package if guests choose to come on all-inclusive. We do have very romantic dining. So this is the Cove restaurant. It's voted one of the most romantic venues in Antigua for dining. It's open most evenings for dinner, all fully a la carte. And all of our restaurants require booking, which can be done within 48 hours prior to your dining time. If you are celebrating a special occasion or honeymoon, we can arrange for a table right by the waterfront there, and we can decorate the table, arrange for a special cake for anybody that's celebrating a special occasion. We are very much known for our laid-back luxury service, and I think this is really important when guests are coming for their wedding, their really special day. We really are known for our service, and this is why guests come back to us again and again. Our staff are really friendly. They'll know your guests' names within a couple of days of them arriving, and they really are amazing. So just talking a little bit about weddings. So to come to Antigua and get married, you only have to be in Antigua for 24 hours. So it's really, really quick and simple. We can actually arrange for the registration to all be done at the hotel as well. So you don't actually have to leave the hotel to go to St. John's to do the paperwork. We can arrange for them to come to you. So weddings at Blue Waters, we do have a choice of locations, and we can offer the gazebo, which is where the majority of our couples do get married. It's in a really private location, set on its own headland. It's surrounded by water, and it's really stunning location down there. We then also have a beach wedding. So this is perfect for probably our smaller weddings of up to around 10 guests. We can arrange for a barefoot beach wedding. And again, this is a really, really popular option. And then lastly, as I mentioned previously, we do hold weddings at Rock Cottage. And I think this is one of the most unique venues in the Caribbean to get married. So we do require guests to actually stay at Rock Cottage to be able to get married at Rock Cottage. And as I mentioned, this villa does take up to 10 guests, but you can also have additional guests staying in other rooms within the resort and then hold your wedding over at Rock. We'll take up to 25 to 30 guests within Rock Cottage, and it's got its really spacious terrace surrounded by water. And it really is a stunning venue to get married. So we are offering a free My Way wedding package for 2022 and 2023. So this includes the ceremony, it includes our marriage coordinator, includes all the license fees, and then you can get married at the gazebo. We'll arrange all the decoration, and then you can just tailor make any extras you want on top of that as well. The free package is available from April to December 2022 and 2023. We then have the perfect package for just 2 guests. So just the 2 of us wedding package, again for 2022 and 2023. It's perfectly caters for our smaller intimate weddings. So it might just be the couple or the couple and their parents. So the package will cater up to 6, and it will include a private gazebo dinner there as well. And then we also have the ultimate wedding package, which again is available for 2022 and 2023. And it's suited for larger parties of up to 25. So we don't tend to do weddings bigger than 25, just due to the nature of the resort. We perfectly cater for this sort of number. And you can have a gazebo or a beach wedding with the ultimate package. It will include the dinner, it will include drinks and canapes, and it really does have everything included for you. We offer a variety of floral arrangements and bouquets, and we tend to use the flowers that we find around the resort. So Mandy, our wedding coordinator, will take the couple round to the resort, choose the flowers with them, and just make the arrangement of their dreams. We've got lots of different photography packages, video packages. So really, again, you can just tailor make everything you would like, from a 40 package up to 80, up to 120 photos, and then video with that as well. Lots of different variety of music, from a steel band to jazz to saxophonist to even just a full DJ band that we can organise down there as well. So we have a variety of different places for your wedding reception. So for smaller weddings, we tend to do like a gazebo dinner that will take up to 6. And then we can have like a beach setup for slightly larger weddings of up to around 20. And then those that are having much larger weddings, we can organise the Cove restaurant, which we can do a private hire of the Cove restaurant. That will take up to 70 in there. But as I said, we do cater much more for those smaller weddings. And then also honeymoon and wedding anniversary packages. We've got a variety of different packages for different celebrations, from honeymoons to an ultimate honeymoon package, and then also a wedding anniversary package there as well. And it really is a fantastic romantic location to come. And the island as well, 365 beaches to explore. You can hire a car, you can literally just go around the island, explore all those hidden getaways as well. So we offer a sunset champagne experience as part of our honeymoon package. We'll take you up to the spa terrace. You can have champagne, canapes, exclusive use of the spa pool there whilst watching the sun go down. And then we will pre-book you a table, an oceanside table at the Cove restaurant. A really, really lovely experience as part of our honeymoon package. As I mentioned, we also offer private dining, so up to 6 guests down at the gazebo there. Or we can also offer Carolyn's. I think Carolyn's is an absolutely spectacular beachside location for weddings of up to 25 for that private dining. Then we also have our own resort boat, so it's called Monty Wave. We've actually just got a new boat, which is going to be slightly bigger, which will take up to 8 to 10 guests. We do actually work with sheer rocks as well, and we offer like a rock pool package. So for couples on their honeymoon, it's really a perfect way just to spend the day. You can go out on the boat, we'll take you down to sheer rocks, you can have lunch, exclusive use of the pool, come back, maybe do a bit of snorkeling, and then spend the day out there. We also have an amazing spa, cliff top location. It's all products by Ela and Elemis. We have a couples treatment room, so we organise lots of different couples treatments up there as well. And I'll just show you a short video. So although our video doesn't show weddings or romance, I hope you can see the beautiful location where you can get married or come on your honeymoon there. So we're also part of My Booking Rewards. So it's www.bluewatersresortrewards.com. So please do sign up and earn your rewards at Blue Waters. And then also just our contact details. So it's anna@bluewaters.net, and our weddings coordinator is Mandy. Please do feel free to reach out to her should you have any inquiries about weddings at all. It's just weddings@bluewaters.net. And that is everything from me.
Super. Thank you very much, Anna. I think we all loved Rock Cottage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everyone's like,
very
wow.
unique menu. Yeah.
It looks amazing. We've got a couple of questions that have come in for you. I know that Laura and Karen have already been answering theirs behind the scenes. Cindy asked, Anna, you mentioned a la carte and all-inclusive. Can you explain? I missed it.
So we have two different packages at Blue Waters, bed and breakfast or all-inclusive. The majority of our guests do come on all-inclusive. And then as part of our all-inclusive package is all a la carte dining. So we actually got rid of all of our buffet dining and it's now fully a la carte.
Wow. Very, very good. Susan's asked, has Blue Waters switched any of their tennis courts to pickleball?
No, we only have one tennis court. I don't know what pickleball is, but
I'm going to Google that next.
Yeah, no, we only have the one tennis court.
Super. I know in chat there was a couple of questions that came up. I'm just going to scroll back through them. So Alex had asked, any signs of restrictions changing? So no antigen tests on arrival for vaccinated guests. This is going to Laura. You're on mute.
Sorry. No, there's no news yet, unfortunately. But they are constantly being reviewed. So we'll keep you updated if we know any more.
Super. Lynn's put a question in as well. I've got a wedding couple who would love to marry in Mauritius, but they have to get married in March and are worried by the rain. Any advice to allay their fears? If you're happy, Laura, I can answer this because I've lived here for 5 years.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay, this March has been a little bit rainy. We've had a big cyclonic season this year. Normally March is a super time to come and we don't get as much rain. It's not the rainy season. We've got January, February, which got a lot more rain than March. And even so, during this March, it's normally you get really heavy rain for like 10 minutes and then it's dry again and the sun shines out. So in terms of, is it going to rain every single day for as long as the clients are here? It's very unlikely, but being a tropical island, we do get rain. But normally March, not a problem for me, and certainly a month that I do recommend strongly. So if that helps you at all, Lynn, then go ahead and get them booked. Alex has asked, is November a good time of year to visit? Laura and Karen, this could have been for either of you two. I confirm it is a super time to visit, but Laura, do you just want to add to that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Mauritius, I mean, any time to visit Mauritius is a great time. Mauritius is typically the summer, so you do get that warmer weather, and it's not as raining. You might get a short burst, but again, no more than like 2 minutes or something. So yeah, no, absolutely, it's a great time to visit.
And Karen?
Yeah, same for Seychelles. October, November is actually out of the year some of the best time, especially in terms of activities, snorkeling and diving. So it is quite, it is actually, I would say, one of the best.
Yeah, for me, November is peak time for Mauritius. And before COVID, November was a time that if you didn't book in advance, you couldn't get in any hotels. And even this November, just reopening in October fully, the hotels were really fully booked up. There was all running at 70-80%, which was the maximum that they could operate. So very popular time to travel. Karen, Susan's asked, can we see a map of Seychelles with a time travel to various islands, please? I know you've got this ready for us. So if you could just share your screen and show us that.
Yeah, perfect. We'll do that. So it was the one with the between the islands.
Yeah, inter-island.
Yeah, so perfect. So I believe it's this slide here. So here you see various islands, which is Mahe, Pral, and Adik. And basically between Mahe to Pral, the second is 1 hour by boat and 50 minutes flight. And from Pral to Ladik is 15 minutes by boat. And all the others are either helicopter or domestic flight. But this is more or less the sort of the network of the island hopping that you can do while you're on the islands.
Super. Thank you very much. Hope that's helped as well.
Yes, hopefully, I think.
Okay, let me just check that I haven't missed any other questions. Oh, Alex has asked, Anna, when it would be the best time to go to Antigua?
The driest season is probably December through to April, but I've been at all times of the year, and honestly I've never really had periods where it's just rained and rained. So it's much more hot and humid in the summer than so it's drier and slightly cooler in the winter, but I think it's a great destination all year round.
Super, thank you very much. Kirsten's just asked a question. Sarah, is it the northwest the best for July in Mauritius? Northwest and the west will avoid the trade winds of the east coast, so it is a couple of degrees warmer, and it's not going to be as windy as what the east coast would be. So yeah, it's a good spot to go to in July, because July as well is our coolest month, so you're looking at around the 22 up to 27 degrees. So all three destinations are good for year-round visits. Yes, they asked me exactly. You can go to any of these places all year round. Leanne has asked in regards to Antigua, the hurricane season from July to November, would you still say that that was the case?
Yeah, I mean, it's classed as July to November, but I mean, Antigua rarely gets hurricanes, but when we do, they tend to be kind of around the sort of August, September time.
Okay, super. I think, yes, that's the end of the question. So sorry, we have grilled you a lot today. So thank you to Anna, Laura and Karen. So now we're going to come to the part where we grill you and make sure that you have been listening. So just as a reminder, every single person that is on the webinar today gets an automatic entry into the spin to win, which is the prize draw that I will do and announce. But if you want to get additional entries, so if you can answer quickly and accurately, be the first person with the correct answer, you can get 10 additional entries into the spin to win. So if everybody can go to chat now and just make sure that your drop down says everyone. What we're going to do is we're going to ask you some questions. So Anna, what would your question be today? And just remind us what your prize is.
Okay, so it's £50 or $60. And my question is, can you name one venue at Blue Waters where you can get married? That was quick.
I think that was yeah, well, I think everybody loved that villa.
Yeah.
So I'm presuming that Rock Cottage is the correct answer.
Yeah, Rock Cottage or Gazebo Beach.
Brilliant.
One of those.
So
three.
Lynn, you were the first person with the fastest finger there, but lots and lots of Rock Cottage answers there. You've also got gazebos. Yeah, lots and lots. So brilliant. Laura.
Okay, so my prize is a bottle of Mauritian rum. And my question is, what is the website URL where you can find more information about civil and religious weddings? All right, it might be a hard question.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it was on the slides. You can have a look at our website, but I was actually looking. Ah, there we go. mymauritius.travel is the one.
Hang on.
Think.
Well, that you're going to have to think of another one, because that wasn't, it didn't have the dot in. So if you accept it, if you'll accept it without the dot, fine. If you won't, you have to do another question.
I'm happy to accept without the dot. That's fine.
Okay. So Ushma, well done. So mymauritius.travel. The only one I know is mauritiusnow.com, which is the way you look at the COVID protocols. Yes, that's my go-to.
Yeah, and mine.
Okay, super. And last but not least, we've got Miss Seychelles. We've got Karen.
Okay, so my question is, what is the name of that very famous beach on La Digue where weddings is the most popular? The very famous beach on La Digue. Might be a bit tough.
Okay, everyone's naming the tortoise.
Yeah, everybody's naming the tortoise. But I think I saw a right answer. The name of the beach on La Digue that has the most weddings ever. Yeah, I've seen some right.
So I would say, we've got Lanzio?
Nope, that's on Prala.
We've got the Ansource d'Argent.
That's correct. That's the
That's the
name.
one. Ushma, you've already got your 10 points. We need to make sure we've got somebody else. Okay, Charlotte was the next person with the
Yes.
correct answer. So well done, Ushma,
Yes.
and well done, Charlotte, as well.
And correctly spelled too, which is well done.
Which is very good. Exactly. Was it correctly pronounced by me? Nope.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't quite hear you.
Excellent. Well, a big, massive thank you, Anna, Laura and Karen. Your presentations have been super. Hopefully you guys are all going to be able to do lots and lots of weddings and send them Anna, Laura and Karen's way. If you do have any further questions, reach out to them. I will send a follow-up and I will send a copy of the recording. But yes, we're here, we're trade friendly. We want to work with you. So please send us your bookings and any queries, any questions, anywhere we can help, we will do. So a big thank you to everybody. Anna, Laura and Karen, you are superstars. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here. Thank you. Take
Bye,
care.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks.